Hey everyone, in today's video, I'm so excited to share the 4 books that absolutely had a huge emphasis in my life, okay? Every one of these books helped me in my real estate investing journey. So if you are looking on a book about how to get started investing in real estate, or maybe you're like, who should I become a full-time real estate investor? Or maybe you're looking at how to structure your properties so you could purchase more properties, well, you got to check out today's video. And most importantly, I'll be giving away one of the books. So the first book I'm going to talk about is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now, I know this book is not 100% focused on real estate investing, but they had amazing takeaways. Now, I'll be super frank, it took me a few times to read this book. I didn't really connect with the book the first time I read it, but once I read the whole book and learned about assets versus liabilities, basically just make your money work a lot harder for you by owning assets that make more money for you. That was like a light bulb moment. So here are my key takeaways from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The first lesson I learned from Rich Dad, Poor Dad is the rich make their money work harder for them. Okay, so this is key because all my life, really early in my life, I was working 3 jobs. So I was working as an engineer, I was working as a model, I was working as a tutor to kill my student loan debts as fast as possible. And I was working and killing myself for years. And I realized that is not a smart way of doing it because like I could just see my future. I could see myself working 70+ hour work weeks for a long time. So when I read this book, it was an aha moment. I realized that, hey, I gotta make my money work harder. So this book really introduces the concept between assets and liabilities, where assets are things that can make money for you and you don't necessarily need to work harder to have this asset make money for you, like real estate or owning stocks. While a liability is something that's costing you money, like debt. So this book taught me every dollar is an employee that needs to put to work, and it could work for 24 hours a day. The second takeaway is containing fear and greed are key to financial success, because I'm sure all of us can agree that some of us, even me, like have done a fear of missing out where, okay, holy smokes, everyone's investing in real estate. I got to invest in real estate. You could say the same thing with stocks, or you could say, oh, I'm too scared. You know, everything's dropping. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should make a position in the stock market or buy a rental property because all the housing prices are tanking. I mean, there you go. That's the problem, is that you got to be a contrarian investor. You do the opposite of what the markets are really doing. Book really emphasizes huge on gaining more financial literacy, which is why you're watching my videos, because I talk about investing in stocks and real estate to build your income, grow your wealth, and design your ideal life. The journey to financial independence is less about how much money you make and more about how much money you keep. Now, the second book that I absolutely love is called More Than Cashflow by Julie Broad. Now, if you ever contemplated becoming a full-time real estate investor or really scaling your rental property portfolio to like dozens and dozens of properties or hundreds of properties, you absolutely need to read this book. Because I was sold on that dream many years ago. I thought, yes, I can own 20 properties, and then boom, I'm gonna rein in all the cash flow. I'll become a full-time real estate investor. I could go to the beach, drink Mai Tais anywhere, anytime, and I'll be like reining in a ton of cash flow. Boy, was I wrong. In fact, my mindset and my vision absolutely changed after reading this book. So for you, if you're investing in real estate and considering it as a career choice rather than just an investment, definitely, absolutely need to read this book. This book does a great job of capturing behind the scenes of real estate investing. It talks about the good, the bad, and the ugly about real estate investing. And even if you were looking to just start out investing in real estate, I think this book is still a must read because it gives you a really, really transparent and frank experience about real estate investing. And it's because of this book that I intentionally redesigned my entire rental property portfolio. Now, my next book is called Real Estate Investing in Canada. Now, this book was absolutely instrumental in me getting started investing in real estate in Canada because it provides practical approaches, a step-by-step framework for choosing my first and second rental property. Just fair warning, the book really pushes you on signing up for a membership, and I would absolutely say you don't need it. But what I do love about this book is that they give you a complete framework of how to find your next rental property, and it gives you checklists. Now, one downside about this book is that it did cause me to start chasing cash flow, okay? So cash flow is definitely huge when you buy a rental property, which means like you just want to make sure that the rental income covers all your expenses plus gives you a bit of money every single month so you could carry the property for a very, very long time. But the problem about chasing cash flow is that sometimes it leads you into cities and neighborhoods that you absolutely may not want to actually invest in. One point, I had properties in 4 different provinces, and I would say that is super not ideal, especially for someone who's just getting started in their real estate investing journey. So just fair warning, please take the book for the step-by-step approach, but don't get suckered in about the top investment markets across Canada because it could lead you chasing the wrong properties across Canada. And please, I would say don't get suckered in joining the membership unless you absolutely want to, and it does cost quite a bit of money and you get suckered in for 2 years, and I didn't do that. Now, the next book I want to introduce is called The Canadian Real Estate Investor Financing, which is 7 secrets to getting all the money you want. What I absolutely love about this book is the fact that I referenced this book over and over again during my real estate investing journey. And it's so good that I contacted Dalia Barsoum, who's the author of this book and is now my broker. And this is the only reason why I've been able to scale my rental property portfolio, because I hope you don't do this dumbass newbie mistake that I made many, many years ago. I purchased my first, second, and third properties through banks. And boy, that was a dumb mistake because I actually hit a financing wall. And what that means is that the banks wouldn't loan me any more money, even though I had a really good job, a really good engineering job in the government, plus my husband works in the government. We were both super secure and safe jobs, but the banks wouldn't loan us any more money. And I thought my investing journey was like over until I met Dalia Barsoum. This book emphasizes huge on scaling your rental property portfolio, and there's like method to the madness, okay? You can't just go straight to the banks. Each of the banks has their own rules. Some banks are only loan up to 4 properties, so there's a huge method to this madness, and this book does a great job in explaining about this. And what I love about this book is that it talks about A lenders, B lenders, and a different type of lender, which is like private lending. So there's like 3 tiers of lending that I absolutely didn't even know. And each of these have different interest rates, and each of these tiers of financing has their own rules, which makes it even more complicated. So if you want to get a great introduction of how to finance your future rental property portfolio, you absolutely need to read this book. Hey everyone, I'll be giving away a free copy of this book. All you need to do is hit like, subscribe, and comment below. Let me know, and then you'll be entered in a draw to win a free copy of this book. Hey everyone, are you looking to invest in real estate in Ontario? If so, you want to check out the free research report in the link below, which talks about the top markets to invest in Ontario. It talks about growth trends, it talks about home prices, it talks about housing market outlook. And what I love about it, it talks about the investment strategies that could work in each of those real estate markets. So be sure to check out the link below.